Okay, I have to look if everything is okay and if you can see me. I think the camera is a little bit high, so wait. Put them a little bit down. Oh. Okay, is this better? Oh, sorry, first I have to set up the whole thing. Yes, I think so. Sorry, I have to look in my computer, so otherwise I can't see any comments. But I think it's perfect. Now, hello, welcome on my channel. So the reason is why I'm doing a Q&A now, because I did it a very, very long time and I was thinking now maybe it's time for a new one. So I asked 2 days ago, I think, on my channel, on the community button, if you have any questions for me and if you want to know something. So yeah, I can just talk with you today a little bit because I have time over. And I was thinking, no, why not? Okay, so I will see how many people are there. Oh, James, hello, and Corey. And he said, I can just click on his name. No, it's not working. Yeah, so just take a tea, take a little bit time. It's not very often that I'm doing live Q&A, so first I have to set up everything. Okay. And Sabrina, hi, you can make it today, great. And Corey, oh yeah. And Benjamin, I think I don't know you. I didn't have seen your name before, I think. So hi Benjamin, how are you? James and Corey, great. So normally I'm going live on Patreon, and this is a little bit, I wasn't live on Patreon, so sorry for my Patrons, but I showed them the whole, what was this, presentation, so my speech. So I put a little bit on it, so I was thinking, so maybe it's okay if I'm going live on YouTube, because I think I don't spend so much time on YouTube now. I added some few little videos, but not really topics and where I explain or talk about gear or something like this. So I was thinking maybe it's nice that you know a little bit what's going on in my life and yeah, what I'm doing. Hello, Texas Tornado. Hello. And Josephina Maria. Hello. And who else there? Eva Stein. Hello. And Benjamin. Been following you and Corey. Oh, great. And Brett. Hello. How are you? Okay. So first, it's a little bit different than normal, I think. So if I'm going on Patreon, most of the time it's otherwise. Okay, so I can see my pictures, but I was thinking you can see it next to it. Oh, no. Ah, okay. Oh, Michael, hello. And Jim, hello. Okay, so there are some topics I want to talk about. The first question was, are you going to America soon? And I have to say no, because I spent last year in America more than a half year. So normally you can just stay once a year and then only a half year. So yeah, we flew to Costa Rica, you know this, and then I stayed a little bit longer last year. And yeah, it was at this time okay, but this year I really have to make sure that I'm at least a half year out of the country, so out of America, that I'm before I can come back. So I think the safest thing is to go back maybe in winter time, but then next year in the summer I want to hike the PCT, so the Sierra part with Mount Whitney. Oh, I'm very excited about it. So I'm not sure if it's smart if I can go back in the winter and in the summer again. Yeah, Corey and I have to think about what we want to do. To see Corey and go hiking, yes. So first in the winter I want to see Corey, of course, and then in the summer next year I want to hike the rest of the PCT. I think everyone knows this, so I missed 1,000 miles, North California and Mount Whitney. Yeah. Maybe do part of 80 because it's very close to Florida. It's begin in Georgia. So if you are wondering where I get these questions, it's on my channel on the community. So at the moment, I don't really look at the comments. Oh wait, I can't do it at the same time. That's crazy. Oh, here is it working? Yes. Corey, visas. Yes, I'm excited to hear updates in your adventures. Okay. Hello from California. Hi, Tim, Sally. How many participants were in your boost camp? Oh, how far did you hike with your class? So, Texas Tornado, we were 5 people in the class. So one was my best friend Anya, and then 2 other girls who want to hike the PCT this year, and then a man and a woman. So yes, we were totally 5 people, and with me 6. So it was a very nice small little group, but they were very interested in hiking and asked a lot of questions. And now the next day we did 30 kilometers. I don't know really how many miles it is. 20 miles, I think. So maybe someone can look me up. So it was 32 kilometers in total. And yeah, it was crazy. So in the morning, we were very fast with hiking, and they had a very heavy backpack on, because I said, no, this is the time. You can just experience how it feels if you're going on a longer hike. So in my opinion, it is very smart if you do at least a whole day of hiking. I know you're not doing this in the beginning of your PCT hikes, but I think to try if everything is working, like the socks are too big, too small, if they are fixing nice on your feet. I think this is very, very important, not to get blisters. And then if the socks are okay, so in my opinion, with my socks, it was most of the time that the socks were too warm, so my feet get sweaty, and I was thinking, no, this is not good, because then you're getting blisters. So I tried a different kind of brands. Sorry, I think I have to drink something. And yeah, I can only try out the socks if I was hiking 7 or 8 hours in the same socks and with my same shoes. So I think if you're hiking now a half day, maybe 4 hours or 3 hours, you can feel okay, it's not feeling nice, but you can't really feel if it's really hurting or if it's just a little bit bothering you. And I think they really can find out, okay, after 32 kilometers, now the bag is too heavy, or it's okay, or yeah, shoes are not fixing, maybe the shorts you are wearing are not nice for you. So we trained a little bit how it is if you are going under trees, if you have to climb above trees. So I did this a lot in Washington, I think, as you know, and watch my videos. Yeah, these are small little pieces that are yeah, very important, because if you're out there, it's not easy to change anything, and now it's a lot of money if you buy new stuff, because before this is not good for you or something like this. Yes, and then we try how hiker food will taste. So I think this is another thing. A lot of people are watching all the YouTube videos, and this is totally fine and very okay, but they are always saying hike your own hike. So maybe you like, I don't know, peanut butter very and or you don't like anything else, and you're buying something and this has this ingredients inside. So I think you really have to make sure that you like the food that you are buying and send as a package for you. And also don't send too much in front of you, because maybe in the beginning you really like smashed potatoes, but not at the end. Was with me. So in the beginning I was thinking, okay, you can really eat it, it's very nice, but at the end, no, I can't see it anymore. um, you may have answered this before, but interested in the AT gym. I think it's nice to call yourself a triple corona. So if you're doing the AT, the PCT, and the CDT, but there are a lot of other interesting trails, and I have heard that the AT is a very big forest, and I really like to go through the forest and climb up a mountain so that you have a little bit of overview about all the landscape, and yeah, I have heard that you don't have this so much from the AT, and I think I'm a little bit more interested in the Terra or even hike a small little Camino, something like this. So yes, I think I will hike the AT one day, but not in the planning for the moment now, or not. I'm not really interested right now because again, it's a very. Ooh, I have some apples here. So again, it's a very long through hike, and I think if you are away for a very long time, you really enjoy to stay home, to see your friends, and um, yeah, just maybe go for a holiday, for a vacation maybe, but not so long. I don't know. So yeah, and the important thing is you need the money for it. So I spent my whole money on the PCT, and yeah, now I'm back and I have to earn more money to yeah, to hike a new hike. And I think if you're hiking for maybe a month, then you know, okay, this is maybe the cost of this and this, and it's so much. But with the through hike, you really need a lot of money because you never know how much gear you need, and yeah, if the shoes, how much pair of shoes you need, and everything like this. What about your Camino plans, Sabrina? At the moment, I'm planning the Camino, hike the Camino from Porto to Santiago de Compostela. It's 240 kilometers, so it's a small little Camino, but I have heard it's at the coast of Portugal, and I think it sounds interesting. I'm not a big fan to sleep in all the herberge. What is it? So the small little places where a lot of beds inside, and I'm a very light sleeper, so I don't know if I really get a lot of sleep then. So I think I will start with 2 weeks, and then I can see yeah, if I can do the long Camino, like the 800 kilometer. I'll be at the next boot camp if I may. Okay, Michael. No, great. So my plan is to do a next presentation on 26th of March, and then the weekend you can just so I want to do the boot camp. So it's a 27 or 28 and 29 of March. But with a presentation, I'm not really sure if I really should do the presentation because the people in Germany are very afraid of the coronavirus, and they're canceling a lot of shows and presentation and everything. I'm a little bit afraid if I'm booking the room. Yeah, it's a very expensive room because it's a very nice room. So if I'm booking the room, that I'm losing all the money, and I don't get the money back because I'm asked for entry money. Um, I really have to think about it if I want to do. I'm also thinking if I'm doing the hiking workshop, I can do the presentation there. So maybe it's nicer to have a small little group and going a little bit more into details and a little bit more background stories. So yeah, let me know in the comments, what are you thinking? Benjamin, was mich sehr interessiert ist, wo du all die Infos her hattest für die Vorbereitung des PCTs, Visum, PCT und so weiter. Hast du da einen Rat? Maybe, Benjamin, are you understanding English, or should I answer it in German? So what's your favorite one? Oh, Corey, hostels. Yeah, so Herberger hostels. Thank you. I'm worried about the sleeping situation too on the Camino Frances. Yes. So if I can decide, I always want to take my tent with me. But I've heard on the Camino Frances you can camp with your tent, so it's allowed. So yeah. So what? Benjamin, you ask German or English? Okay, I think Benjamin will answer. The next question was, did you see Oh no, lived in the States, so English is fine. Okay, so yeah, maybe your English is more better than mine. Oh no, sorry. I'm training every day with Corey to talk perfect English. Okay, so Benjamin's question was where I get all the information about the PCT, especially for Germans, because America is just at the other end of the world. I started my planning first what I started with the PCT was, for me it was important if I'm getting a permit. So if I don't get a permit, I don't have to be worried about all the other things, because I can't hike next year. So in November I decided, if I get a permit, I'm starting the planning for the PCT. And then really I was under the first 500 people in the waiting room, and I get the permit. So you're just going on the website and you're waiting in the wait room, and then I don't know, maybe after a half hour or something, I can decide on which date I want to start. And then December I was a lot of working, so I don't had really time. But in January I started with planning, so I think it's not very long. It was just January, February, and a half of March. What I did was, after this I had the permit, I asked for appointment in Frankfurt. So as a German you have to say why you want to go to America, and then you get your visa. I was a little bit nervous because I'm not at this time, I'm not so good speaking, not speaking English so well, and everything was okay. So I just have to show how much money I have on my bank account and why I want to go to America, and I print out the whole map of the PCT, and I said yes, I want to do this with my backpack and my tent, and I'm not renting a car or going by train or anything. I really want to hike. And the guy after the Bali, or what is the saying, after the desk, he was looking at me and said, "Whoa, what? You want to hike the whole thing?" I think I was a little bit crazy, but okay. It was only 5 minutes, and then it was good. So after I had the permit and the visa, the next step was what I need for gear. So I was looking a lot of YouTube channels like Dixie, Darwin, not Second Chance Hiker, because he didn't do a gear video, so I watched them, and I think that's it. Or was it more? Oh yeah, and was in the Facebook group. So there's a German Facebook group about the PCT. Yeah, and that's it. So I was thinking first which backpack I need. I had an old Osprey, and I was thinking maybe this is a little bit too small. It was a 38 liter, and I decided to buy a Z-Packs and sent the Z-Packs and the Z-Packs tent to Frodo and Scout. So I didn't try it before, and luckily everything went well. It was a very good decision. So I bought from Decathlon a €10 backpack, put there everything what I had at this time inside, and trained every weekend 30 kilometers. So this is exact same distance what I'm doing in my boot camp. Yeah, and that's it. I think I was just looking what clothes I need, and water filter this system is important, how I want to cook on the trail, sleeping, what I need for sleeping, and what I need for shoes. I think these are the most important topics. And yeah, that's it. I just searched it, and then I made on Lighter Pack, or what is the website? I think it's Lighter Pack. So I made a whole list of everything that I have and weighed all the gear. So I think it's very important that you have an overview, how much stuff you have, how much it costs. So I was very interested how much I was carrying on my bag, and yeah, how light it was or not. And I think that's it. Yes, and then I started the PCT. Yeah, so Benjamin, if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me, and I hope I can help you with planning But again, I think the bootcamp is very nice, so I get a very nice feedback from the people who were there last weekend. They said it really helps if you can just personally ask how you can make something, and now that you have just other people, and there was a very small little nice group, and they helped each other in answering questions, and we had a WhatsApp group, so they can still answer and they can still ask something, and I hope they will send pictures to me so that I can a little bit follow their journey. Okay, sorry, I missed a lot of comments now. Hi Nessa, wanted to say I enjoy your Pacific Northwest hike videos. Pacific Crest Trail, I think. Is it the same than Pacific Northwest? I don't know. If ever on East Coast USA, I recommend trying Appalachian Trail from Maine to... Yes, yeah, so a lot of people really like if I'm doing the AT. So maybe, I don't know. How is your knee doing? So my knee is doing well. I think I have a little bit, a small little fracture inside. I think it must be from the last weeks on the PCT, because I did a lot of miles and I was not really listening to my body because it was raining, snowing and awful weather. Yeah, so I think it's okay. So if I'm going upstairs, I can hear my knee. So it's not hurting really, but I can hear it. So I went to the doctor and I'm getting now acupuncture. I hate this with the needles and put it in your leg. But yeah, I think it's helping. So I have now 2 appointments left and I hope then it's okay. Martin, hello. Oh, Benjamin, thank you. My English is great. Corey is a good teacher. Yes, it's true. Wow, that was a short and effective planning. Great job. Yes. Yeah, I don't like to waste time. And sometimes if you are planning too much, I don't know if this really helps. Yeah. So yeah, everyone have to think about what is the best for him or for her. When is your next bootcamp? So my planning is to do the next bootcamp at the end of this month or at the end of April. So yeah, it depends a little bit how much people I get. So if I have around 5 people, then I will start the bootcamp again. So just send me an email and then we can hike together. Oh, if I have the lighter pack. Yes, I think my website, so the lighter pack website must be under some, or the last, I think, yeah, and the last PCT videos. I think if you're watching my end video, you can just find my lighter pack gear list. This is the name, sorry, in the info box under the video. I think you can find it there. Okay, in which Bundesland, so in which state I am? It's Nordrhein-Westfalen. Hi from California. Hi, Karma. Karma? Deborah. Sorry, I hope I'm saying the names right. Hi, Nessa. I saw that you were live. Just want to say hi and ask how you are doing. Oh, this is nice. Yeah, I'm doing very good. So I'm very early for me now live, because most of the time I'm doing the live at 9 or 10. So I'm pretty awake. And how are you, Deborah? Okay, das Camp ist quasi schon gebucht. Schick dir noch eine E-Mail. info@nessapep.de. Yes, so Michael, yeah, then you are the first one. So I have 2 other girls who are interested in, I don't know, I don't get an email back, but if you are saying just you are coming right now, then you are the first one. Anyone else who want to join? Raphael Mausehund. Oh, this is a great name. Hello. Ostwestfalen-Lippe. Yes. Hi, Little B. Hi, Jamie. Oh yeah. So Jamie said, hi, Little B. What's your email? I think the email is here. Yeah, you can see it here. Are we there yet? Hello. Brett, do you have your Enter garden plan out? How is your lamb? I ordered the last seeds today. So in the morning, I was busy to look through the catalog of all the seeds, and I ordered strawberries and tomatoes, and this were the last seeds. And at Sunday, I want to go busy with the garden. In Germany, the problem is if it is raining a lot. So yesterday I was busy to cut down the raspberries, but it was so much raining and I was thinking, oh no, this is not nice. So I stopped with this and I want to do further today. But yeah, I can't really. It was raining the whole day. So it's a perfect training for the boot camp. Oh yeah, it was funny. So last weekend, two girls said, okay, we really have to try out our tent and sleeping bag. And then it started snowing. And I was saying, okay, this is really Washington weather. And now you can perfectly try out all the gear that you have. And for my opinion, I was thinking, maybe they want to sleep inside, so they don't want to camp. But then they said, no, we are here and we want to try out everything. So they really slept outside in the garden and it was so cold. But they said it was perfect for their sleeping bag. So the one girl said it was not warm enough. And the other girl said, okay, it was good and everything works, but only the tent was falling a little bit. So yeah, it was great. Thank you for the nice comment on my channel. Oh, screenshot it and send it to Nessa. Oh yeah, that's true. Thank you. Are we there yet? So this is a long name for a YouTube channel, but I like it. Thank you. Wenn du noch Tomatensamen brauchst, meine Frau hat über 150 Sorten. Oh no, Michael, I ordered 8 different kind of tomato seeds. Oh, I have to know this before. Yeah, so if anyone needs seeds, I have enough too. I think I ordered a lot. So if you want to do a seed share party, just say it. I'm fine. Wishing I could get out on the AT and through hike. Do you think you and Corey will ever hike the AT? Sorry if you answered this already. I haven't read through the questions yet. Oh, Deborah, it's okay. I'm planning not the AT at the moment. So maybe in the future, but at the moment I think there are a lot of other trails are interesting. So yeah, we will see. Okay, I'm going back to the community on my page. Did you see any guys, I think guys, a bit older than you plan completing the trail, like 50s or 60s? How was this pace? So Christine Wiener asked me if there were older people on the trail, like 50s or 60s year olds. I saw a lot. I think the biggest group was really around the 50s and then maybe around the 20s. And most of the time, so this is, yeah, I guess it's the older people who are doing it because they are a little bit slower in the beginning. And this is very important because then you're not getting hurt so fast. And I think it's very, very important to start slowly, like 10, 15 miles, not really 20 in the first 2 weeks. So, and then most of the time the older people, no, sorry, I'm saying a little bit older, the older people is for me a little bit older, they are doing very well because they know, okay, my body is telling me this and I have to stop now. Most of the time they don't care so much about hiking in a big group. They are just saying, okay, I'm doing my hike. If I see people again, that's nice, but I don't have to follow them. And I think this is a very good decision. So don't be afraid how old you are. Just go out there, try it, and then if you can't do it, you can still decide, no, it was too much or not. But I think the biggest mistake is not to try to hike. So if this is your dream and you really want to do it, just start, and then maybe you can just hike a month, but then you can come back next year and hike the other month. So until you have the whole PCT. I know it's not a little bit the same feeling than a through hike, but I think it's better than nothing, so why not? And I think if you are out there 2 weeks, it's enough, and you have the same feeling, because time is flying most of the time differently than in the normal life. You have longer days because you are getting up very early. You are most of the time until 8 awake, because you have to set up your tent, you have to cook. I always like to clean myself too, and it takes a lot of time. And then you have to look where the next water is and everything. And I think this is so great as a through hike. You just can take your time. And in the normal life, I think this is a little bit missing. You have just an appointment, and then yeah, the day is flying by, and yeah, it's a different life as a hiker. And yeah, if you have the dream, just try it. Um, So, older couple hiking PCT this year, Janet, Ken, and Theo. Oh, okay. I didn't know them, I think. Maybe I saw them. I have to check out the channel. Benjamin, have you hiked any German trails? Who hikes like the Westweg or Moselsteig, or was the PCT your first hike? My first through hike was 1 week, 6 days. It was the Hermannsweg in Germany. It was 6 days, 156, I think, kilometers. After this, I did Hexenstieg, so the witch trail in Germany. And then 3 years now ago, or 4 years, I can't really remember, I hiked from Munich to Venice. This was actually, I think, my first long through hike. And I really can recommend this because it's a small little PCT. And yeah, I really enjoyed this. This was very nice. So my plan is to do maybe this summer the München Venedig, so the Munich Venice tour, because it was just great, and I can't do a long through hike this year. So I'm a little bit playing if I should do this. It's 4 weeks. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so I'm going back to my community. Let's talk food. What's your favorite trail food? Pepper Jack Adventure asked me this. Cheese, trail mix, cold pizza. Have you ever made a ramen bomb? How about beverage? Wine, beer, lemonade, tea, coffee. Have you tried going stoveless? Okay, I think this is a very interesting question. Food. My favorite trail food. I don't have really a favorite trail food. No, I think it's important to eat different things, because your body needs, yeah, sometimes fresh food, sometimes not. Um, Cheese, trail mix, cold pizza. So yeah, what I'm eating. I don't really like the energy bars so much. So at the beginning, I was thinking I have to eat a lot of energy bars like Cliff bars or anything else. I gained weight in the beginning because I think I was just eating too much. So if you're eating a lot of energy bars, you get a lot of sugar. And in the beginning, it's okay, like the first hour, but then your sugar level is very high, and then it's falling down very quickly. And if you're not eating again, then you can't get up. So you are getting very tired if you are eating too much of it. And it's just so sweet. So I don't really like the energy bars. What I like to eat is trail mix. It's not so nice that most of the time you have dirty hands and then you have to grab inside the trail mix and eat it. But yeah, sometimes I put my spoon out and then I was eating the trail mix with a spoon if my hands were too dirty. Yeah, they have a lot of calories, and I like a little bit the rosines, so they are sweet and the nuts have calories. So yeah, this was a favorite food of me. Cold pizza, had only once pizza, because I was at the fire station and then we all ordered pizza and the trail, and I take the rest of the pizza with me. No, the only thing what I didn't try was ramen noodles, because they are looking so unhealthy, so awful. I don't know. I don't want to eat them. I don't know why. I can't explain it, but I was just thinking, no, I never buy ramen noodles, and until now I never eat them. So I can't say if they are tasting good or not. For me, they are looking awful. I don't want to try it. So, and for me, it's very important. So if you're asking from your body a lot, like hiking the whole day, I think I want to do the best to give my body all the energy back and not with bad stuff. And I think ramen noodles are not very healthy. Sorry, but this is my opinion. Wine, beer, lemon, tea, coffee. No, I was always drinking water. I had 1 or 2 days that I bought a lemon, and I cut the lemon in pieces, and then I put them in Ziplocs and carry the lemon, and put the lemon a little bit, the juice of the lemon in the water, so I get a little bit of different taste. Um, yeah, but this was only 2 or 3 days on the trail. So most of the time I really was drinking water. What I really like was if I was in the city, I just bought a lot of green tea, Arizona green tea. So you see it at my end video. I really like the Arizona green tea. But I was only drinking it in town, so not really that I was carrying with me. Um, there were other questions. Are you nervous about sleeping in a tent in the wilderness alone? Um, are we there yet? Asked this. So if I was nervous to sleep alone at the tent, in the tent as a woman, I can't really say it. I wasn't not really thinking about it because I was hiking the whole day. I was already out there alone as a woman, and if something, yeah, it can always something happen. I know it's a little bit scary if it's dark, but most of the time I was just laying down saying, okay, I'm sleeping now, and tomorrow I will see what's happened. And if something is getting around my tent or anything else, I will hear it and wake up. I think I wasn't afraid. I was just very glad and very grateful that I was in my tent and I could set up the tent because I was hiking the whole day and my legs are carrying so much miles. And yeah, I think no, not really afraid. Sometimes I was a little bit thinking, okay, I hope this place is safe. But on the other hand, I don't really had another decision to camp somewhere else. So yeah, I think it's okay. You have maybe think about it before you want to start the PCT, but I always make sure if I have people around me that I know who they are, and not who they are, but I had once or twice older men, and I was thinking, no, they are looking a little bit strange. I don't know. I want to camp further, so then I decided to camp alone, and yeah, it was just a feeling. I think if you are thinking, okay, you have a good feeling with these people, then you can just camp there. If you are feeling, no, it's not nice to camp there, you can just go and camp somewhere else. Yeah. Um, do you plan on teaching again? No, at the moment. I hope I can teach something about hiking, or maybe if you are interested to learn German, something like this. But I'm not planning to go to a school and teach there. And at the moment, I don't really have time for it. So maybe if I need money or if I'm missing the kids. But yeah, at the moment, I hope I have enough money to stay 2 or 3 months, a little bit more here at home, because I have to organize so much and to clean so much. I was working the last years way too much, and yeah, I don't have really time for my private life. And yeah, this is at the moment what I'm feeling, what I want to do. I don't know if I can do it, because no, if you don't have money, you can't buy any bills. I really have to look at my bank account and to see, okay, can I buy this or not? So this is a little bit, no, not so nice. Yeah, but yeah, we will see what the future brings. You only had pizza once, on the trail once, and then I think once in Idlewild. Yes, so twice. RG, I'm going to experience with OVAX crystals. It's a dried whole egg. I ordered it from Amazon, but I won't arrive until next week. Ooh, dry eggs. I don't know if this tastes so nice. I know there was a mountain house, I think mountain house box of food from, or not food, no, trail food from the Walmart was it. There were some eggs inside and Corey really loved it. Maybe. Sabrina, ramen noodles are fried noodles. Yeah, not healthy. They were awful. Why do most hiker like couscous or quinoa? So bread quinoa is very, very healthy. It's like a rice, so it cooked very fast, but there are a lot of ingredients inside. I think you can just Google it. So quinoa is very healthy to eat, and it's I have feel better than rice because in rice is not so much inside and vitamins and something like this. And couscous, it's with gluten, so I try to eat not so much gluten, so I never tried couscous. But quinoa is very healthy, and I think it tastes very nice. If you just put a little bit olive oil on it, then it's not so dry. And I like to buy tomato paste and put it inside the food. So yeah, it's easy and it tastes nice. Yeah. Sabrina, depends on how many miles you have to hike before you eat them. At some point, anything tastes good. Yeah, that's true. If you're out of food, so yeah, that's true. Loreen, queens, high protein benefits. Oh, quinoa. Oh, okay. So I think I'm always saying it wrong. Corey's always said it different. Wait, it's quinoa and quinoa, something like this. Yeah, so Loreen said it. Quinoa, Martin, has a lot of magnesium to help with the muscles. Okay. When does daylight saving time start in Germany? What? When does daylight savings time start in Germany? USA starts tomorrow. Oh, thank you, Sabrina. March 29. Erbswurst is the best trail food. I don't know, Michael. So I try to eat Erbswurst. I had only a cold water left, so I couldn't cook it. And it's like a pea stew, so it's a dry pea stew you can buy. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it. RG, when I was doing a lot of cycling, I liked tablets for Achilles legs. Not sure if you can get them in Germany. Highland leg cramp. RG, as you know, I did a lot of marathons and ultra marathons, so it's a longer marathon. And after I think longest one, it was 72 kilometer. I was going to the doctor next day and asked if they can search on my blood if I need anything else, like a magnesium or anything like this. And it was all perfect. So imagine after a long one like this, I was thinking, okay, you really need magnesium or anything like this. Most of the time you are sweating a lot and then you need salt. And if you don't have enough salt, you can get cramps in your legs too. I don't know if you know this. So in a lot of marathon, if you're running a marathon, you always have breaks and then you can eat something. And what I really like is I have salty stuff too, not only sweet but always salty. So if you have problems with cramps, maybe try to eat a little bit salt. I know if you have high blood pressure, you don't need so much. You're not allowed to eat so much salt. It depends a little bit how much salt you're already eating. I'm not eating fast food like products who are already made because they have a lot of salt inside. but I like to eat some salami or some cracker or salty cracker. And I don't need anything like a preparation for my legs, and I don't have problems with the cramp. Also, if you're eating a banana, this is good for you. So I try to, if I was in town, most of the time I try to buy 2 bananas and 2 apples. I know they are heavy, but for the first 2 days on the trail, I try to eat fresh fruit so that I can get a little bit vitamins back. Okay. Jupiter Hikes carries dehydrated beans and cold soak them. Is it ultra light? So would you consider going stoveless too? Oh, Um, I think some German man tried dehydrated beans, so I make their film about it. I don't know. It is on YouTube. I don't know. It was at the lake. It's a youth camp. Yes, I remember. So it was at the youth camp. He tried the dry beans and he said it tastes a little bit like soap. I don't know. It was maybe only this beans, but yeah. If I tried I was out of gas, so I have to eat. So I have to cold soak. I really like to cold soak the food maybe at lunchtime, and then you only have to warm it up for dinner, so you don't have to cook it so much if you do quinoa or rice or anything like this. But it's not my favorite one because the problem last year was we had so much bad weather, so much snow. You really, really like to think about, okay, if I set up my tent, I can have a hot tea and it warms me up a little bit. And mm, I think now the stove is not too heavy. I had a very small stove, and then you can buy small gas or big gas. I think, yeah, it depends a little bit which hike you are doing. If it's very hot the whole day, you don't really need hot food. But if it's bad weather and it's raining, you really like a hot tea or coffee. Yeah, I think it depends a little bit. Last year it was perfect for me that I had always a stove, and most of the time I had enough gas, and yeah, it was perfect for me. So on the PCT, I would say don't go stoveless because it gives your body a little bit more energy if you have a nice dinner at the night and not only food that you don't really like so much. You're only eating it because you are hungry. Um, yeah, you will eat the cold stuff, but yeah, not after weeks and weeks again. So try both if you want. So maybe in the desert you can go without a stove, but then send a stove for the Sierra section. Yeah, on the PCT I really really want to go with a stove. If you're doing a through hike like 1 or 2 weeks, and then it's warm outside, you don't really need a stove. Yeah, that's my opinion. Just pass through here, busy working, but I have to say there's something about you, Corey, that is addicting to watch. Arthur, thank you. um, there's a sweetness and the word is it today. Thank you both for inspiring. Oh, thank you. Hilft aber nachts den Schlafsack aufzuheizen. Ich mag das gar nicht. What is helping? I think I'm missing it. Oh, the Erbswurst. Oh, okay. Yeah. I think you can. Oh, I really like seaweed in the begin because it was salty and I really liked them in the begin. But at the end, I think I eat a little bit too much of it. So your taste will change after a through hike because I think your body will tell you, okay, you need this or that. So really listening to your body and try to eat plain food as much as possible because then your body is not blended with a lot of flavors, and yeah, I think it's the best if you're listening to your body. Sometimes I eat apple sauce. It was funny. So if you're going to the baby section in the grocery store, you can find a lot of different kind of baby food. Most of the time, it's very lightweight, and I like the squeezies to put them inside. And yeah, try what you really like. Arthur, thank you. I really appreciate your comment on my channel. Okay. Yes, good answer. This is very true. Most food that hikers eat were very high in salt already. One package of Mountain has over 200 milligram of soda. Okay. So yeah, this is the reason. So maybe you don't really need magnesium RG. I wasn't really buying the Mountain House, I think Mountain House food because they're expensive. I try to save a little bit money, so I try to eat the plain food. What I explained before, like a quinoa, and then I put a little bit olive oil inside, or the beans, the white beans, and tomato sauce. I know it's a little bit heavier, but I think it was very healthy and tastes not so bad. Sometimes I bought Mountain House and then I put it in Ziplocs. And one meal I try to put it in 3 different Ziplocs. So I cooked always the quinoa, and then I put a small handful of the meal inside so that I can save it, because if you have now a $10 Mountain House food and you split it in 4 parts, then it's not so expensive if you eat a small part of it every day. Or if you want to buy noodles and then you can mix it with a Mountain House. For me, it was always a lot of spicy things inside. Most of the time, it was a little bit too much for me, and so I like to make it a little bit less of all the taste with quinoa or noodles. I love the squeezes fruit too. In Germany, we have some fruit and vegetables combined. Yes, that's true. I could never eat so much sodium. I don't like salt very much. I think dehydrating your own food is much better for your health. Yes, that's true. And again, I think your body is telling you if you need salt or not. So if you are on the trail and you really like to eat some chips at the moment, and maybe you are thinking, oh, what's going on? Because normally I like to eat chocolate. Your body is telling you, okay, you need salt, so buy it and eat it. Quilt or sleeping bag? And why do you prefer one or the other? Oh, Benjamin, this is a good question. Wait. Mm. At the beginning of my PCT, I really prefer the quilt because you don't have a bag and you don't have a hoodie. I think it's a hoodie. It is lightweight, and this is the reason why I bought it. But my quilt was not warm enough for me. I had a 17-degree sleeping quilt. Normally it has to be enough, but if I'm turning around in the night, I had always the holes at the back. And then I put my sleeping pad inside the quilt, but sometimes it was so much raining and wet, so the bottom of the tent get wet. So I have to lay on my quilt on the sleeping bag and sleeping pad, and can't put the sleeping pad inside the quilt. I think next time I want to try a lightweight sleeping bag. I don't really know what is better. I really like that the quilt is not so light, but I hope the sleeping bag keeps you a little bit warmer. So I did the Munich Venice trail, and my quilt was perfect. So it was okay, and it was in the summer, and if it's warm, you can just open the quilt very easy and you have a little bit more freedom with your legs. I really like this fact. But on the other hand, if it's cold and snowy like the PCT, I think a sleeping bag is maybe a little bit better. I can't really say it so much. For the German trails, the quilt was better, and I guess on the sleeping bag was for the PCT better, because you can sleep on your sleeping pad, and even if your tent inside is getting a little bit wet, your sleeping bag is still dry. What temp rating were you comfortable with? Yeah, I think it was 17 degrees. Would you go hammock camping? I see they are growing in popularity. I didn't try it, the hammock. Maybe. I don't really know. I don't. So I'm very lazy hiker, and if I see a spot where I can set up my tent, I don't want to search for so much trees, and if there's a big field and if it's boggy, you don't have a tree to set it up. Now, maybe for the PCT it's okay because there are a lot of trees, but you are not very variable with different kind of landscapes. Yeah. Down. I don't have a synthetic. Ben, save some for the bootcamp. Yes. Any plans for another through hike? Nancy, on my community, I think I answered this already. The Camino, Terroa, maybe, German trails. So there are 12 top trails in Germany. I did already 2 of them, so maybe I like other of them. What are your section hikes, through hike plans for 2020? Yeah, so it's the PCT. Video gear software recommendation for hikers. This is a good one. So on my bootcamp, or in my bootcamp, the people are asking me the same question. What are you doing? What are you using to make pictures? Is it good to buy a GoPro or a small little camera? How you are editing your videos? I was thinking to make a new day in my bootcamp. So if we are hiking the whole day, the people can take pictures and everything, and then the next day we can edit the pictures together, or we can even make a small video for YouTube or something like this. So if you are interested, book my bootcamp. It depends a little bit which background you have. So if you're already a photographer, I think it's very nice for you to have a good camera, because there are so amazing views and now animals, and sometimes I was thinking, now it should be nice if I have a very good camera to make a picture of this deer or the bird or anything like this. Softwares. A lot of people are editing their videos on their phone with iMovie, or LumaFusion is a good choice. But on LumaFusion, the problem for me was the music. I had always a copyright disclaimer. I think the gear, video gear and software and how you can do everything, it's a little bit much for this now. So if you are really interested in this, maybe going to my bootcamp, or I'm doing another video about it. I think it will know a little bit too much, and all the people maybe don't want to know it. So yeah, I hope this will help you a little bit. Next hike will be the Hochröner. Okay, Michael, that sounds interesting. It sounds like you have a big mountain. After filtering water, did water ever taste bad? If it did you think a small, what? Cola or something filter would make water taste better? How did the water taste on the trail? Okay, so I can't really remember if I taste bad weather on the trail, bad water on the trail. No. You know that, or you recognize that some water tastes different than other water, but for me it was not a bad taste. Sometimes you're thinking, oh, this water tastes very fresh and nice, and other waters you're thinking, oh, it's okay. I had a SteriPen, so I was not filtering the water. The SteriPen is only making the bacteria away so that you can drink the water. And a lot of people are asking me, what's about the stones? Because, or dirt water, anything like this. So what I did was I tried to find good flowing water. On the PCT last year it wasn't a problem. Even there's a spot in the desert, you have to put your bottle inside the water. It's a big tank, so you really have to put your bottle like this size into the water. Most of the time all the dirt is swimming at the what is the name of it? At the hole, No, it's not at the bottom of the water, higher. I don't know the word. Can someone help me? At the surface, thank you. At the surface of the water. So the trick is to try to put your water, the bottle of the water, very deep in the water. So, and then it's okay, and I'd always a bandana. And if the water was too dirty, I can just filter it through the bandana, or you set your bottle down and wait maybe 5 minutes until all the dirt is getting in the bottle, and then you can drink the other stuff. But I didn't have really problems with this, so it was always perfect. Yeah, and I really like the SteriPen because yeah, if you have the soya filter sometimes, so at the end, most of the end of the hike, you have to clean the soya filter until yeah, otherwise it's getting too slow, the water's getting too slow to through it. And with the SteriPen you just have the same time every day. Yeah. Carbon. Oh, what is the carbon thing? I can't see it. I would say half the water comes from the spring, which is yummy, but yes, I noticed bad tasting water that I assume animals poop in, and it doesn't remove the taste, which I use flavor squeeze bottles. Really, Koi? I think I was just every time too thirsty to recognize it. I put never anything in my water. I don't know. Maybe I'm not so... I don't know. I can't really remember that I taste bad water. No. Did you ever have to deal with cloudy water with a SteriPen? Nope. That was always okay. That's why I prefer the Captain filter. Easy to clean and not backwashing needed. Yes, but I think it's a little bit more heavy and it takes longer to clean the water, Benjamin. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. I do really enjoy your videos. They are very real. I appreciate the content. Oh, thank you. Tahir? I think Tahir. Nessa hates those grease bottles. I feel that I'm getting a little bit tired now. So this Q&A ends for now. Thank you so much that you were here. Again, if you like to hike with me, join my bootcamp, send me an email. And I think I will do the Q&A again. I hope I answered all the questions now on my community. So if there are any questions you want to know for the future Q&A, go to the community on YouTube and just ask there the questions. I can't really say when I will go sorry, no, I'm getting tired. When I will do the next Q&A, but it was nice to talk with you, and it's nice that I can hear you and which topic you are interested, and yeah, next time more. And yeah, I hope you take something from this Q&A now. I leave it now 2 or 3 days on YouTube, and then I will delete it. So that's a little bit more exciting to go live at the moment when I'm live. I think it's nicer because I'm not editing all this, and sometimes I'm thinking, oh, why are you doing this, or why are you saying this, or something like this. So it's not always on YouTube. It's only 2 or 3 days, and then I'm deleting it. It's a different with Patreon. So if you my Patreon, thank you again for this. So, and all the Q&As on Patreon will still be on Patreon. Okay. Benjamin, thank you, Nessa. No problem. Again, reach out to me if you have any questions. Nessa, it was nice chatting with you. Edgy, nice with you too. Thank you. Bye. Log out. Bye bye. B also does lots of live videos on her Patreon. Yes, thank you very much. Have a great day. Good night, Brett. Brett, you was very quiet. Most of the time you're asking more questions, but it's okay. It's very nice that you are still there, still here. Sabrina, thank you that you were here, and Martin, oh yeah, and Michael, bye bye. Okay, happy trades to you all. Yes, that's good. Okay, just see you at the next one. Thank you that you were here, and I think my tea is now cold. Okay, bye bye everyone. It is cold.